it's your girl Giz. Welcome back to the channel. This video is basically a video that some of you guys knew that I was going to put out because I've been using R.R.R all over the place. From YouTube comments, from Twitter, from Facebook. I've been just using it up. A lot of people know that it stands for something, and some people don't even know exactly what it stands for, but that's the purpose of this video. Just in case if you guys haven't added me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter, the links will be at the bottom of this video, as a matter of fact. But anyways, before I tell you guys what R.R.R means, I want to go ahead and share with you guys a short story. I promise I won't bore you. No point intended. There was these two guys, one named Andy, one named Tyrone. I'm not finna edit this video, so don't judge me. One named Andy, one named Tyrone. They've been friends for 25 years. They know each other's secrets. They even lost some friends growing up and everything. You know, they probably never got into an argument, a few disagreements and everything. Just been boys for years. So Tyrone came up to Andy. He was like, Andy, I know you went and took an HIV test the other day. It inspired me to go take one too. So Andy was like, yeah, bro, go take one. He was like, look, Andy, it's only one thing I want you to do. Don't tell nobody I'm going to take this HIV test, because I don't want anybody to think I'm sleeping around, and I don't want nobody in my business. So Andy was like, yeah, bro, I won't tell nobody you're going to take a HIV test. He was like, well, I'm finna go ahead and head to the doctor's office right now, so I'll talk to you later. So Andy was like, okay, bro. He was like, make sure you don't tell nobody. Promise me. Andy was like, I promise I won't tell. It ain't the first time they held each other's secrets. So Andy was like, you know, that ain't even a secret right there. He already know he ain't going to tell nobody that his boy went and took a test. So Andy went ahead and called up Tyrone the next day just to see how the test went. So Tyrone didn't answer. The next day after that, Andy called up Tyrone. No answer. So Andy said, well, I know Tyrone be at the club. I'll just holler at him at the club. He might be busy right now. So that weekend, he went to the club. He seen Tyrone. Tyrone was like, you fake ass nigga, don't say shit to me, dog. Stay away from me. Andy was puzzled, was baffled. Man, why is he acting this way? So he went back up to Tyrone. Tyrone, bro, what's going on? Why you acting? Man, don't say nothing to me. Stay away from me. And he pushed Andy and walked away. So Andy was wondering, why in the hell is Tyrone so mad at him? So he said, maybe Tyrone been drinking. I'm going to call him tomorrow and figure out what is going on. So he called Tyrone the next day. No answer. Weeks went by. He seen Tyrone's sister. How your brother doing? Oh, he fine. Man, tell him to call me. She was like, okay. He never got a call. So he went ahead and called Tyrone again. The number is disconnected. He was like, man, I don't know why Tyrone is mad at me. So weeks went by. Months went by. Years went by. So 5 years after, the incident, he happens to see Tyrone in a grocery store. He walked up to him happy and excited. Like, Tyrone, bruh, where you been? I don't understand why you not talking to me. Tyrone was like, man, you the fakest dude I know in my life. Don't say nothing to me, dude. He was like, Tyrone, could you please at least tell me why you calling me fake? Why you not talking to me? What is it? He was like, I told you not to tell nobody that I was going to take an HIV test. And you went and told. Andy was puzzled because he didn't tell nobody his best friend's secret. So Andy was like, I didn't tell nobody. He was like, well, if you didn't tell nobody, why when I seen your mama in the grocery store after taking the test, she asked me how was my doctor's visit. Andy was like, what? I promise I didn't tell my mama nothing. He was like, you must have told her something. So Andy was like, man, just give me a second. Let's straighten this out right now. Let me call up my mama. Andy called up his mom. He was like, Mom, did you see Tyrone in the grocery store and told him I told you that he was at the doctor's office? She was like, nah, what are you talking about? He was like, Mom, think back 5 years ago. Tyrone said he seen you in the grocery store and you told him or asked him how was his doctor's visit. And she thought back And she thought back, because, you know, she's kind of old. And she thought back. And she was like, yeah, I remember seeing Tyrone in the grocery store. She was like, I was on my way to Pilates. I seen Tyrone's car parked at the driveway of the doctor's office in the parking lot. On my way from Pilates, I seen Tyrone, you know, coming out of the doctor's office getting in his car. And a little bit down the street, I happened to run into him in a grocery store. So I asked him, how was his doctor's visit? And he just got mad and walked off. So Andy told Tyrone what his mom said. And Tyrone was like, oh my God, bruh. I can't believe that. So Andy was like, you calling me fake? You calling me all these things? And for 25 years you known me? 25 years I kept your secret? You stopped talking to me for 5 years over some shit that you thought I said. So the moral of the story is Tyrone was calling his friend fake and all that other shit when he knew his friend was real. He knew how real his friend was. All he had to do was talk to him and tell him exactly what happened, or those 5 years wouldn't be wasted away of friendship. R.R.R. means real, recognize real. I don't have to sit up here and say I'm real, I'm real, I'm real, I'm real. I show you guys that. It's in my actions. It's a lot of people here on YouTube. I can see that they're real because it's in their actions. They don't have to say they're real, they're real, they're real. I can see it. Now, with that being said, and with me telling you guys what R.R.R. means, I want to give you the definition of real. Straight out of Webster. Real is being or occurring in fact or actuality, having verifiable existence. True and actual, not imaginary, alleged, or ideal. Genuine and authentic, not artificial. Being no less than what is stated. Free of pretense, falsehood, or affectation. Not to be taken lightly, but serious. That's what it says.
And remember that this is just my opinion. As far as I'm concerned, there are only two type of niggas. Real niggas and bitch niggas. Now if you're not sure where you fit in, chances are you's a bitch nigga, you really are. If you look around, there's people looking at you right now talking about, what is that bitch nigga smiling about?